getting business cards on the way in here. Thank you guys. Great job on the panel. So I actually want to stand. I don't want to sit, just because I want to make it more exciting. You know, I don't want anyone on their phones. I want everyone super engaged, super excited. Hi, Steve. Nice to see you. So let's talk about Team Liquid. Yesterday, we really dove deep into FaZe and Team Liquid and Twitch and all of the industry stakeholders. And I didn't really focus a lot on numbers or partnerships or brands or how we engage or our audience. I kind of skimmed through that part. And so you'll be happy to know today I am not showing the same deck. So my team, super good team, made a separate deck for today. So we're going to focus on a different area. So a little bit about the company. We spoke about it yesterday. We were founded 19 years ago. We actually originally started as a website. What's important to take away from this is every single business unit that we formed, every single venture that we've explored, we've done it because we've identified the need in these different communities, in these different niche genres of gaming, right? So we felt that there was a place needed to discuss professional gaming in Korea. We made TeamLiquid.net. We felt that Wikipedias and data and information were underserved. We launched Liquipedia, right, which just had a record month last month, 80 million hits. Crazy, right? 2015, we identified the need for an endemic production, kind of full 360-degree agency and video production company needed. We formed One Up Studios. And then we did investment. We formed our agency, Liquid Media, as well. So Team Liquid is pretty unique. So if you're a brand in the room, what you should know about teams. So first of all, what is Team Liquid? Team Liquid is the Golden State Warriors, FC Barcelona, New York Yankees of esports, right? And what's unique is we don't play one sport. We actually play 16 different sports. So as you can see here, some of the games, some of the sports are 2v2. Some of them are 1 versus 1. Some of them are 5 versus 5. So a team could consist of yourself, right? Kind of like Olympic chess, or it could be 5 people, kind of like soccer or lacrosse. So as you can see, what's unique about Team Liquid is we have professional athletes from all over the world. 23 different nationalities are represented. And if you're a brand, you're probably thinking, oh my God, this is a nightmare. All of these people have individual sponsorships, and they all have agents and managers, and how are we going to navigate this world? What's really cool is if you partner with Team Liquid, if you sponsor Team Liquid, you get all of the players as a part of the deal, right? So what's unique about esports is we're not at the levels of the NBA yet, where LeBron has his own Nike deal, but then the NBA is with Adidas or a different brand, and the stadium is different, and they do stuff on the side in the lifestyle category. So what you get, for example, the latest deal we did with Twitch was Honda in the automobile category. Honda gets a logo on all of these players, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, our own company-owned and operated social media. They get the rights to the player likeness globally. They get the rights to do content with them globally, which you saw an example of. Oh, I think my mic went out. Hello? Oh, you saw an example of that in the Nike LPL deal as well. So a little bit about our social media following or kind of digital. One thing we're really proud of is most esports teams are 95-5 male to female ratio, and we actually pride ourselves on being 14% female. We'd really love to move the needle even more. We haven't tackled females in professional gaming in an earnest way. We hope to be able to announce something soon there. We didn't want to just go out and sign a creator or influencer and say that we've tackled it. We really want to do something genuine and earnest there. But as you can see here, we're not tied to a city. We're not tied to a geo. We're not tied to a locale. So we're not a North American team. We're not a Chinese team. We're not a Brazilian team. Our fan base is truly global. All of the 16 different sports and games that we play are popular in different areas of the world, and all of the players have different following, and all of our owned and operated accounts have different following. So one thing you should know about Team Liquid is we really focus on winning as much as humanly possible. So our legacy, or kind of our desired legacy, is to be the most victorious team of all time, which we've achieved today. So we have $35 million of prize money won to date in about 1,600 tournaments attended. Here's just an example of some of our teams lifting trophies. At the top left here, that's our Counter-Strike team in the Marvel jerseys, which Alan was talking about. Thank you, Alan, for that shout out, by the way. You're doing my job for me. So what are the effects of winning? So here are some of the effects of winning that we didn't talk about. Yesterday, there was a lot of talk about YouTube and creators and what does it all mean to be a lifestyle brand. And we didn't really dive into the numbers of Team Liquid. We are growing as well. So as you can see, some examples of digital media properties. A lot of this is due to winning, right? We see a huge drop off in conversation about Team Liquid or relevance of Team Liquid as a sports team on all of these digital media and community properties if we're not winning. And so what we found to be the greatest value add and the greatest value driver for our enterprise has been victory. And we find that it helps our partners as well. So here are some of the business units that I talked about. So for us, it was really important to think outside the box starting in 2015 and think about how could we really become more of a media enterprise. Yes, we have athletics, we have the sports team, we have players, we have teams set up, we have great publisher relationships, we're winning, but what else can we do? And so I think the three most important arms of Team Liquid Enterprises is our media and content division, which I'm really proud of myself. So One Up Studios does all of our internal storytelling and narrative for Team Liquid. We produce about 20,000 hours of content per year, which is a lot if you think about it. I told that stat to some of the OTTs. If you kind of think about how much content a team is pumping out, whether it's live or otherwise, it's quite amazing. In addition to that, we have Liquid Media, who focuses on popularity of the athletic players, influencer marketing on Twitch, streaming activations, staying relevant on social media, and we also do a lot of localized content. So one of the key things that we found works with our partners is the one thing Team Liquid loves to do is a global deal. So every company, when they're looking to get engaged with a team organization or enter esports for the first time, there's a couple pieces of advice that I want to give you, okay? So number one, don't toe dip. Everyone write this down on your notes app on your iPhone, okay? Number one, don't toe dip, because the word authenticity has been used up here a lot. I'm actually not going to use it. I'm just going to say don't toe dip, because the audience expects a long-term commitment, right? So if you want to do something in esports, please be prepared to do at least a year. So if you don't have the budget for a year, go pitch it. The reason why we like to do global deals is we don't like to fragment team inventory or focus only on North America or focus only on Brazil. We do some local partnerships, but where the strength of our influence and engagement really comes in is if we start tapping into these global media properties here. So we have some of the biggest community platforms in Liquipedia and Discord. On Twitch, we produce about 8.2 billion minutes watched per year. If you think about that, that's an absurd amount of content. And that's like eyeballs on the content, right? We stream about 10,000 hours per month as a streaming community. We have our own and operated websites, VK, Weibo. I don't even think like WeChat, QQ, Line are not even on here. So localized content and really unlocking a brand globally is super important for us. This is a slide that I put on here just because I think it's super impressive. It's from 2017, something I used to use. But if you're in the room and you're wondering, like, hey, what brands are actually getting involved here? This is the 2-year ago landscape, right? So imagine how much more developed it is today. And the ecosystem here that we talked about yesterday, there's publishers, there's brands, there's platforms, competitions, teams, and players. Let's talk about our current partners. So here are Team Liquid's current sponsors and partners. One thing we're very proud of is actually a new relationship that we recently established with Twitch. So in 2011, we actually started working with Twitch on the live broadcasting side. And this was before they sold to Amazon, kind of in the Justin TV days when they were just rebranding to Twitch. And since 2015, we started exploring what would it be like if we went to a brand together, right? Like what would it be like if we could package Twitch and some cool activations and some cool influencer marketing and media inventory and experiential and a team? How would brands respond to that? Turns out brands love things packaged for them, right? They love it when you make things as easy as possible for them. And so that was a huge success. And then I'm really proud to once again talk about the fact that last year, in about March, we announced the first of its kind partnership with Twitch, where Twitch is the exclusive sponsorship representative for Team Liquid globally for all categories. And the reason why this is unique is because it's really tapping into ecosystems that are very similar to the UFC, let's say, or how some of the bigger sports teams operate. Since then, we've been able to continue working with Monster Energy. Twitch has done a great job bringing us new partners in Jersey Mike's and Honda. Honda's a big one for us because automobile is not something that you see as very common in the world of esports. One thing that all of these partners share, and a special shout out to Alienware on the board here, one thing that they share is longevity with Team Liquid. So we don't like to, how sometimes people talk about career hopping, or you look at a resume and someone's been somewhere different every year and you're like, oh, what's going on with this person? Like, why are they working at a different company every year? So we don't do that. So Alienware started partnering with Team Liquid in Q4 of 2011. So this year, it's been 8 years together. They're in the room today. Hi, Elsie and Grace. Love you guys so much. Thanks for making it out and watching me. But all of these partners, what they have in common is Twitch 2011, Alienware 2011, HyperX 2013, Need for Speed 2014, SAP 2016, Monster Energy 2015. We don't bring on a partner easily. We don't do it for the cash grab. It has to make sense. It has to be authentic. And it has to bring something unique to our fan experience and our disruptive marketing KPIs. As you can see, I kind of put some growth metrics here from 2011 to 2018. The business is growing. This is partially due to our influence growing and us becoming more global and getting more fans. We estimate that we have about 50 million fans today that are interacting or spending or being funneled into our CRM in some way, shape, or form globally. However, we estimate that over 200 million people globally have seen the Team Liquid logo or the word mark or the typography, iconography in some way, shape, or form. Now, whether they remember it or Google it or follow it after, we're not there yet, right? So we're working on that. But as you can see, there's been substantial growth. The second reason why there's been growth is because of content. So I would say that a lot of our deals are very media-like in nature, right? So there's a digital media, social, supplemental content portion to them. There is original content. So for example, with Honda, we have a series called Level Up, and it's a follow documentary that focuses on all of the teams within Team Liquid that are winning international competitions. And it's driven by Honda, right? The original content and kind of being able to put that into our deals and having to to be able to add to the brand the fact that we have an internal production company. They don't have to hire out for it. They don't have to worry about their agency and their video production arm having esports knowledge. That's been a main driver of this growth. So I also want to talk about Marvel. So thanks, Alan, for starting it. But so Marvel, we did a strategic partnership with at the Disney level. It started about 10 months ago as a crazy idea by our creative director. So our creative director, Damien, huge Marvel fan, comic book collector, fan of all of the franchises, right? And he came to me one day and he said, hey, what if we were to work with Marvel? I mean, I know it's a long shot, but what if we did merch with them or influencer marketing or really cool digital media campaigns? And so we said, okay, well, we'll try. So we'll reach out to Disney. And 9 months later, we released, if you haven't seen the announcement video, go to tl.gg/Marvel, check out the campaign, check out some of the merch that we have. Merch is just, and soft goods licensing is just phase one of the deal, right? So we really want to explore what it looks like for us to bring the Marvel universe, especially with Phase 4 coming up, and all of its franchises to the Team Liquid audience. And the goal at the very end is every Marvel fan should be a Team Liquid fan, and every Team Liquid fan should be a Marvel fan. The latter is pretty much already happening, to be honest. One thing I'm really proud about is the innovation that we've achieved with Alienware. So one thing we did as a first in the Western world is open our owned and operated training facility called the Alienware Training Facility in Los Angeles. If you haven't checked it out yet, Google it. We're also on Netflix, Daily Show, TBS. If anyone watches Ballers on HBO, we're going to be on that show in season 6. Stay tuned. It's a really cool episode. And this was really born from being partnered for 6 years together and going in 2017 and saying, Alienware, do you want to be the Nike of esports? Do you want to be a big player here? We have an innovative, disruptive idea. It's never been done before. We're really trying to take the business to the next level. Let's do a hashtag big play together, right? And the Alienware Training Facility was born. So everything in here is powered by Dell and Alienware, whether it's a graphics designer drawing on a Dell canvas, or us reviewing footage very similar to the setup that I have on stage here with an advanced 4K laser projector. As you can see, once you're inside, you can't look left or right without seeing an Alienware or Dell product. Everything is powered by technology, and it makes a lot of sense, right? Like if this was the State Farm training facility, it wouldn't make a lot of sense because we're not powered by insurance. We're powered by tech and gaming computers. one thing I want to preview, and this is by the way, Nick, you don't know I'm doing this. This is a surprise to Nick. He didn't read the deck when it was sent to him at like 4 a.m. Nick, this is an All That Matters world first exclusive. No one is expecting this. I'm actually going to show off our new Alienware training facility that's opening up in Q1 of next year outside of Amsterdam. I just had the Los Angeles location up. As you can see, it looks super futuristic, homey, grungy. It's a warehouse space, super roomy. What I want to show you now is, what does a training facility of the future look like? How are we going to once again outdo ourselves, once again innovate with Alienware and Dell? And please look at the Alienware training facility in EU. Completely Legend ID compliant, featuring all of the new products that were recently announced at Gamescom. So the Starhawk desktop, the new Legend ID 27-inch displays. And as you can see, we're going for a completely different look and feel than Los Angeles. What's going to be really cool about this location is it will be in the most populated hub of Holland, where 400,000 people pass by per week. And this is not something we were able to offer to Alienware as a value add in our Los Angeles location. Our Los Angeles location is, secret and out of sight, out of mind. Once you open the doors, it's kind of the aha moment. This will be, if any of you guys have gone to, Utrecht Central Station or Amsterdam, this will be visible from the train. We're going to really put our foot down and drive home the nationalistic story of, we are Team Liquid. We were founded in Holland 19 years ago. We're celebrating our 20th year anniversary next year, together with Alienware, Dell, and all of our partners, including Twitch, with this new facility. And we're trying to continue to innovate. So yes, we were the first team to have an esports facility in the Western world. We will also be the first team to have two. So thank you so much. That's how Team Liquid works with brands. Appreciate it.